Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Fanatic from soundsforproducers.com. On this video, we're doing a little bit of mastering on this beat. I don't know if you saw the other videos, but we actually stopped towards the mastering, so we're gonna get that done. And also a few tips in FL Studio. Check it out. All right, now we're in the program. If you notice, this is a new channel, so if you like the video and you like any of the other videos you viewed, please hit that sub button as well as the bell, so that way you become part of our notifications and you get to see all the other videos that we have posted for the channel. And also give us a thumbs up if you learned something or I said something funny or you just like the beat or whatever. Definitely appreciate the love. So let's get into it. There was going to be some tips that I was going to show you right away before I forget. So let me show you those tips. All right. So first tip, if you go up here in the right, this little drop down right here, if you notice, if you go to, I believe it's options. It's been a while since I've done this. Not project info. I think it's edit. Nope. Add. No. I'm gonna get it because it's been so long since I've done this. File. I know it's in the drop down up here. Forgive me for forgetting. Patterns, not pattern. Yeah. Oh, I think if you right click. Yes. My bad. Right click pretty much anywhere. Not there. See if I can right click here. Yeah, so anywhere there's like a space in the transport area, you can actually, my bad, I keep clicking that, you can change it from the default FL12, and what I'm changing is actually what's displayed up here at the top. So I usually right click here and you can change it to compact, where it doesn't have all that stuff up there that you probably never use. Right click, the hint is above, so where is it? Hint above menu. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. So basically the hint panel moves there, and your minimize and close moves to the right when you change it there. See? And you actually have a default Mac OS. If you're new to FL Studio works on Macs now. I wouldn't have bought PCs if I knew it was going to change, but it's all good. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the Mac default, and this is the old school default method. Single line center. Some people like it like this to be a little cleaner, so that way, you know, stuff that you don't use is not there. A single line, that's even another format that you can use. Actually, I like that, but I don't have access to some things that I use. And you can also actually create your own. Let's see, I think it's under edit. Yes. Now you can actually drag what you want to each panel and kind of create whatever you want. You got save as, save new. You actually have all these different parameters. The grayed out ones, I think these are, you gotta have those, I think. But you can play around with that and just see what you want. And you hit X to close it. My bad. I don't know what that was all about. So let's go with default. And there you go. So there you have it. That's one little tip. The other tip I was going to show you is, it took me forever to figure this out in FL Studio. It was just bugging me for a while, and I never really got the chance to, I never knew how to change it. So this little trick, let's see, for instance, I got tons of different sounds in here, and all these sounds are actually from one of our loop packs. Let me see which one this is. Let me see. That is the pad loop choir loop. I think that's in the 2019 Breakthrough Volume 1, so let me check right quick. No, it's not in that one. And let's see. Is it this one? It's Volume 3. There's so many. I do not remember where that's from. Is it Scorpion Sting? My bad, y'all. I actually don't remember where I got that. So it's definitely not there. Because I definitely want to tell you the right one, so you know. It might be. I already checked those. There we go. So it's pad loop 2. Cool. That's actually pad loop 2 in the 2019 Breakthrough Volume 3, which is available right now. We did a couple things to it. I'm gonna show you what I did with the beat after I show you this other tip. So the other tip that I was gonna show you, when you have a bunch of different sounds in here, and let's say like you put one sound in and you loaded up another one in track 2 or whatever, but you didn't use that one, you used this one next, and sometimes you want to change the order of these after you load them in, kind of like this. You know, you got a sound and you do right click, open new channel, or send to selected channel, which will send it right there where Funky Fingers is. So what you can do is just move it. You can actually move these in the channel rack. So let's say I want to move this cold October snare. Let's say I want to move that. And that snare is available in the pack as well, in the bonus one shots, I believe. Oh yeah, when I made this beat, I was randomly picking sounds, so I'm not sure which pack that's in. But if you hold Alt and use the down or up arrow, first make sure the channel rack's selected, and see how they're shifting back and forth. You can move it anywhere you want. You can move that particular sound anywhere in the channel rack, and actually that works as well with virtual instruments. Like for instance, Funky Fingers, I can move that anywhere. But notice the channel, the track channel stays the same. So you're just changing the order in channel rack, which is kind of cool. Because it took me forever, because I would like get inspired and load up all these different sounds and not use them in sequence. I like to have my stuff used in the sequence I picked them. I like to have them in order from top to bottom. So it's just a little preference thing, but just in case you ever wanted to move those around for any reason, that's how you do it. You hold down Alt and use your up and down arrow. The other trick I was going to show you is not really a trick, it's a feature in FL Studio 20. What's cool that I really like now, you can actually load a sound. Let's just, I don't know, let's check out the bells. All right, and let's say I want to put that audio into the playlist. You can actually drop it. You can actually drop it on a channel. So you drop samples. Do you want to create audio clip? Now this shows up. Before you would just drop it into the playlist window. So do you want to create an audio clip or audio track or instrument track? So it gives you options now. I usually choose audio tracks. Actually I never choose the other one. A clip would just be that particular audio without putting it on a track. An instrument track, I'm not sure what that is. That probably is, oh, it'll color code it. Let's try it. So I'm not sure what that was. So anyway, I'm gonna do what I usually do. This playlist track is linked to a channel. Do you want to delete? What? Oh, it's linked to the, yeah, delete. Delete instrument channel, patterns, and mixer track, and automation. Okay. So what you can do is take this, let's say we're dropping on 15, and choose an audio track. Now it's an audio track. It has a little A there, and it tells you the name of what you chosen. And also what's really cool, you go to this, it actually color codes it and also puts the audio in the mixer channel as well automatically. So it routes to, you notice this is 12, and in the playlist this is 15. So it actually routes to the next open channel in the mixer. So that's a quick way, especially if you have like stems and you're like mixing somebody else's music. You just keep dropping them here in the like you just drop them all in there, and you can line them up and have them routed automatically. So it helped me in my workflow for working on different projects, instead of, you know, loading it in here and then routing them all the manual way, like double clicking all these and then, you know, going to the channel, to the mixer track, or routing them like this. That way they're already routed as you're dragging them onto the playlist window. So let's get rid of that. So yeah, those are 3 quick tips, and let's actually jump into finish mastering this beat and put this beat to rest, because there's like 5 videos on how I made this beat, and I thought I dragged it out a little too long. So let me stop talking and show you. So let's delete that. Yes, please. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. And we can close the browser window. So I started out with our loop here. And you notice there's tons of stuff going on. I did a whole video on that particular loop, and I did a whole video on Shaper Box from Cable Guys, so make sure you check that out. You'll see it on this channel. Just go on videos and you'll see it. But Shaper Box is awesome. I love it. I just used the time stutter effect, which is cool. So like I say in, you know, tons of videos, make sure you know, with loops and stuff, you can make them unique and make them sound your own and do different things like that. You can pitch them up, pitch them down, just rearrange it and mangle and just explore what you can do with just that sound. I didn't do too much with this loop. I just used that effect on it. And next we added so like a little counter melody, not a counter melody, but a background melody, and it almost sounds like bells, so it's like a soft lead. And I think, let's just start here. I think next was the snare. All right, and next I think it was the kick. And all these sounds are all from actually most of them are from the Breakthrough series, the 2019 Breakthrough series, you know, which was, you know, put together quite nicely. So, and especially if you want to break through this year, you know, with your production, just hop on there and just make beats real quick. And that's exactly, you know, what we would like for producers to do, is just feel free away from beat block and just go at it. So next thing is like a bounce snare. You hear it in the background. It's like a soft percussion. And next, I think it was the 808. And then we had like a cymbal. my bad. It's a vocal jab with a bunch of delay on it. And then a melody right on top of it. And then we had I forgot what it is, but we'll find out. A hi-hat roll. So I'll let a little bit of this beat play. If you haven't watched the other videos, oh, almost missed something down here at the bottom. What is that? Another percussion element. So let me play a little bit of the chorus and into the verse so you hear what we did. And again, if you haven't watched the other videos of me making this beat, feel free to check it out in your spare time. So here it is. Beat that I probably got a little lazy on, and it's the 808. I don't know if you caught it. It actually lags a little far than I wanted before the chorus breaks. So check it out. You hear how it lags on? So cool way. Yeah, see, I was lazy. I just copied a pattern and didn't. What you can do is make unique. Let's jump into that unique pattern, and here's a little way. One way to cut off the 808. See, a good place to cut it off would be here, and I think I changed the let's see. No, I didn't. So now notice, even though I moved this, it still lags on. So a cool way to actually make it turn off is turn the velocity all the way down and make like kind of like a ghost note, but it's basically a note that's there to signal it to stop at that point. So check it out. You notice the difference? And actually I'll do that again. Check it out. So there you go. That's another little tip that I didn't expect to show you in here. So anytime I see something that I can share with you, definitely want to do that. And that way it helps you become a better producer, and it helps you like totally do things you never done before or never knew how to do, because there's so much that you can learn, and I'm still learning, and I've been producing for a long time. So but there's always room to grow in any form of art. So anyway, let's mix this beat real quick using Maximus, because I haven't used Maximus in forever, and I felt really bad in one of the videos because I was trying to remember what to do with Maximus, because I'm so used to using Ozone now. And I say in videos, make sure you learn what you have, learn how to use what you have in the program instead of just buying a bunch of stuff, because once you learn how to use something to the best of its ability, you become a master of it, and you can move a lot faster, and you can experiment with it, and then you can transfer those same things into something else. Very powerful. So let's go to the master track. Notice I have a bunch of stuff. I got Sound Goodizer, Ozone. So let's turn this off, Sound Goodizer off, and Ozone off. Look at the difference, Ozone on and ozone off. And look at the difference with Sound Goodizer on and off. This is off, and this is on. And all Sound Goodizer is basically presets of Maximus and Sound Goodizer, which I love the name. A lot of I see so many memes with this. It's funny. People started hating on Sound Goodizer just because of the name, but it's a compressor that has different settings on it, so with different thresholds and stuff built in. So it's one knob and a bunch of different quick presets, and actually can make a lot of your stuff sound dope. So don't sleep on it. But anyway, let's use Maximus. And to master this beat, usually, if you notice, I just highlighted the chorus, which is usually the part of the beat or song that has the most sounds in it. So let's turn it on, and let's get out of the bands. And a good place to start, let's turn it off, and let's detach that so it doesn't keep disappearing. Oh, my bad, I'm tripping today. There we go. Okay, so this is off, and this is on. Big difference, but I'm not going to use what I did before. So what you can do real quick in Maximus, you can right click, and notice they have a lot of presets here under mastering. It's broken down by category, but we're going to focus here. And actually, these are the Sound Goodizer settings. So if you ever wondered what Sound Goodizer is actually doing, you can select one of these and then view the different parameters of how they, post, pre, based on every frequency and the master, and you can see what thresholds they set and stuff like that. So, but we're not going to use that. We are going to use one of these. Now, what I recommend is previewing whatever ones you think sound really good in Maximus. I mean, with your beat, because every beat or track or instrumental has a different feel and a lot of different frequencies, a lot of different tonality, and it's just not every beat is the same, and using the same mastering for every beat kind of takes away from that creative uniqueness of that track. So Master 8 is usually what I use, but I do recommend trying other things. So let's try some things and see what sounds good. Master 8 1 the most. I did like that last one. What was that? Transparent. That sounded pretty cool. But I like Master 8 because it's beefy and it just sounds just a lot fuller. So what we can do, once you have chosen a preset, you can actually adjust the lows and mids and highs separately. What I'm gonna do is might check out the bands right quick. And don't forget to hit the solo button. Now you notice what I did, I actually moved the low band a little further down below 100. What I use is my ears. I didn't want the snare in the low end. So what you can do first, I'm doing a little further step than what I did in my previous video. You can check the frequencies that way. So for mids, I usually listen on the high end. You hear how much hi-hat is in there? So what I would do is pull down the high until I can't really hear the hi-hat. That's being a little picky. My bad, because you can actually just leave all those bands set to whatever parameter, but sometimes I like to kind of tweak it a little bit so I can get, you know, more refinement. So let's go back to the lows. Notice there's already compression happening, so I'm pretty happy what I'm seeing. Now you can pause it by clicking anywhere. This is the compression that's happening, and this is the input. That is the gain envelope. So basically what's going into it, and this is the new compressed sound. So notice the lows are coming up a bit. So it's basically balancing the sound, that frequency on the low. It's the low frequency that's being balanced. And the purple is the input peaks that are going past this threshold, and this line is the threshold. So I could compress it more, but I don't want it to sound too compressed. So I think it sounds pretty good. You can always do post. Which I don't recommend going too crazy. Now notice the mids are not even getting compressed. So what I can do is add a node here. It's small compression right here. Didn't know I can do that. If you right click on here, it goes to the bands automatically. So you right click on this line here. Basically you want to get the peaks. So about right here. And then you can bring down your threshold. Raise the post a little bit. And you don't want to compress too much on your highs. So let's check out the master and see what's popping. And I also forgot to mention, with low frequencies, you usually want to narrow them down, merge them, not have them separated where it's going left and right. So you usually want them merged, going to your right here, and you can kind of listen to it. I'll show you the difference. See, that's wide, and this is narrow. You hear how focused it is? So I might just take it back a little bit and just see what it sounds like now on the master. I stop it on beat like that. All right, I don't want to bore you to death, but you get the idea. You can kind of just tweak it a little more. I hear a little distortion in that, and I would spend some more time on it, but this is for demonstration purposes. So hopefully I didn't confuse you too much with this. I gave probably a better explanation of Maximus on a previous video, which was a video right before this. So if you want to check that out, it's focused on this. And yeah, this video is a wrap. I mean, this beat's a wrap because I've been doing too many episodes on it. So let me play it for you before Maximus, then the processing we did. And this is after. More presence, but I do hear distortion in it. And this is with the mastering that we did prior to using Maximus. We did it with Ozone 7 and Sound Goodizer. So check it out. We used these. Everything's bypassed. Oh, because of the video. So maybe I'll do a video on Ozone eventually. But speaking of that, if you'd like to see a video of me doing, if you want to learn more about a certain plugin or some type of feature, please let me know. Put it in the comments. I'm always willing to learn something new and, help discover things for other producers. So that's a wrap. Again, it's DJ Fanatic for soundsforproducers.com. I'll put the links in the description for the 2019 Breakthrough Volume Series. And also, there's a free pack that is hot. It's fire, man. Speaking of fire, it's called the Cayenne Loop Pack. I'll put that in the description as well. And any beats that you make on IG, we definitely do repost and show love, man. So make sure you follow us on Instagram at Sounds for Producers as well. And hit the sub button on this channel, please. Show some love. And also hit the bell so that way you get to see the other videos. So signing out. Have a good night and keep making dope music. Peace.